So welcome to Two Guys with a Show. I'm Chris.
I'm Jared.
So we're changing things up. Obviously you noticed that we have a new little set design kind of thing and also an MMA theme. That's because we decided to kind of just do an MMA kind of show. We both know quite a bit about MMA because we were big MMA fans. Jared has actually even done a little bit of MMA.
That I did until I broke a couple ribs.
Yeah. I did combatives, which is kind of the same as jiu-jitsu, but it's not really competitive or anything. But I don't know. And we figured it'd be more of a better topic and we can have a little more fun with it because we know more about that stuff. It's easier to find stuff to talk about that. So.
Yeah, exactly. Talk about something you know rather than about 25 different subjects. The show's not going to be for everybody, but that's not really what we care about.
No. So if you like MMA, you like UFC, Bellator, Invicta, whatever.
That's right.
This is the place to come.
Check us out.
Because we're going to have fun. We're going to talk about some current stuff. We're going to play some games. And then we're also going to simulate some main events and stuff like that.
I'm going to tell you, that's the part that I'm most excited about.
Just doing simulations?
I've seen MMA shows on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they always talk about it and give their opinions and give you news and stuff like that. But we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to do as many main events as we can. There's going to be some main events that we just can't do because we're using EA UFC right here. Not a sponsor, but we would love if you sponsored us. But we're going to use it to simulate the main events, and we're not going to do it like the NFL does with John Madden football. All right, they run that thing through. They play the Super Bowl, like 1,000 times, and then pick a winner based off the percentage.
Yeah.
Okay.
One shot,
one
deal.
shot. That's right. And we're going to see just how accurate UFC game is in predicting actual fights.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're going to make our own predictions. And we're going to keep a running tally.
Yeah. So we'll see how accurate they kind of come out. I mean, later we're going to simulate Chad Mendes versus Ricardo Lamas for the upcoming Saturday's fight.
Now, did we check and see it? Both of those.
I did not. So this could be. This
okay,
could be
so
a big
we
fail.
might not. So we might not. That might. That might fall into the not all main events category.
Yeah, I know Chad Mendes is in EA UFC, but I'm not 100% if Ricardo Lamas is. So we're gonna find out. If not, you know what we can do? We'll find some guy who looks similar to.
I was about to say
Lamas.
we can just do a create a guy, and we can just give him some equal stats to Chad Mendes, and
we'll find some guy who looks like Ricardo Lamas if he's not in there. Like I said, I'm not sure if he's in there or not.
That's right.
But we'll wing it. So we'll jump into a little bit of news stuff. I think Anderson Silva is probably your favoriteest fighter.
He is Anderson Silva. Despite everything that's been going on in the news, he's still my favorite fighter. I've watched him and been excited about all of his fights. Not really much going on with him since the suspension. Yeah, he's still under his preliminary suspension from when was it, like February 17th hearing?
Yeah.
Where basically the Nevada State Athletic Commission, henceforth referred to as the NSAC, suspended him, because he had the positive test. He did recently say that he is planning on fighting for another 5 years.
It'd be good.
I think he still had, when he broke his leg, I think he still had like 7 fights left on his contract.
Yeah, because he did some crazy 10-fight contract or something like that.
Well, right after he came back, before he fought Diaz, he upped it to 15.
Yeah.
So he's still got like 14 more fights on his contract, and he says he plans on fighting every single one of those, and would like to fight for at least another 5 years. If he can fight even longer, that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He swears still that he did not do anything illegal, and he's actually having his the medication that he was on, and whatever he was taking, he's having it all tested to see if that could have produced his positive steroid test.
Yeah.
He's adamant that he didn't do it.
Yeah. I don't know, it makes kind of better sense because I don't see Anderson as being the kind of guy who would need it or even do it in the first place to try to gain the advantage. I can definitely see that, with that whole leg injury thing, he was probably taking some kind of medication that was kind of like a testosterone to help the bones heal, and that probably led to giving a hot test or whatever coming up for steroids kind of a thing, and it's probably something related to that. I would definitely see that.
I mean, that's what I hope. You could look at it one of two ways. He's arguably the greatest fighter of all time. Why would he need that? But then you look at a lot of fighters that have come up positive. Your big name fighters.
Yeah.
They are entering the end of their career, and they use it as a way to stay relevant and stay, competing against these young guys.
Yeah.
I don't think, and I don't hope that's the case for Silva.
Yeah.
I hope if it has anything to do with him actually taking it, and it wasn't some weird result, that I hope it was something leg related. I hope he doesn't fall into the group of Chael Sonnen, Vanderlei Silva, some of the other guys that have come up hot for it, that you normally don't see the young, just coming up guys getting popped for it.
Yeah.
It's usually guys that are entering the end of their career that, in my opinion, need something to stay relevant.
Yeah.
To stay competing, because they are going up against these young guys that have this, natural chemicals the body produces.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can see that. So we'll keep an eye on that. See what the hell happens with that. I know at some point he's supposed to have some kind of hearing again, and they're going to kind of look at that, and he's going to try to prove his case then and stuff. So we'll keep an eye out for that. And
that's when the official word will come down about how long he gets suspended.
Yeah. So we'll see. And then also kind of going on in the news, I don't know if you've seen a lot of stuff with Cyborg and stuff. Have you seen some of the stuff?
There's another
that one's
steroid case right there.
Yeah, that one kind of worries a little bit too. But she apparently 2 months ago, it's kind of been hush hush. But 2 months ago, signed a contract with the UFC, and now it's kind of got a little bit of like stipulations kind of along with it. It's not just kind of cut and dry like, hey, welcome to the UFC, Cyborg kind of a thing. It's actually that they're not sure if she can even make 135 because she currently fights at
and aren't
45.
they testing her like every month?
I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it.
I thought I saw something about they were testing her because of her history.
Yeah.
I thought there was something.
It
about
might
that.
be. Yeah, I don't know, but I know that the part of the stipulation is though she's still going to do Invicta. Yep. And the deal is, from what I understand...
Matter of fact, her last fight, she was under contract with Zuffa.
Yeah, technically, yeah. But from what I understand, that is what she's going to do, or what UFC is going to have her do, is possibly still try to fight in Invicta at 135.
Yeah.
If she can make 135 and win that fight, then she can come to the UFC and immediate title shot against Ronda.
And you know what? She's dominated her weight class.
Yeah.
She really is. But, I mean... I saw a picture of her standing on a scale, and she was at 175.
Yeah.
So for her to cut 40 pounds, she cuts 20 to 25 pounds just to fight at 145.
Yeah.
Well, hell no, not even, excuse my math. She cuts 30 or more to fight there. I mean, cutting down to 135... I mean, I don't see her with the raw power that she has now. That is what makes her the dominant person she is in her division.
Yeah, and it seems kind of like she's a little bit skeptical too. If she can make 135, I guess she's gonna try. She's got a new nutritionist. They're gonna try to get her down to 135 and see what they can do, and then see how that goes. Recently, a couple days ago, she actually posted a picture on Instagram of what she's looking like currently. The viewers, I'm going to put that up for you on the screen there, but I'll show Jared here on the iPad.
I haven't seen it.
So she posted this picture up on here talking about how...
some of you viewers might enjoy this.
Talking about how she needs to lose her Brazilian booty and go to a white girl booty if she's going to possibly make it down to 135.
I will say, it looks like she's carrying a few pounds in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we'll see. So she tweeted or posted about that on Instagram, and sounds like she's a little bit skeptical about it, but she's going to give it a try.
she's just a thickly built woman.
Yeah.
I mean, she's even skeptical, or I should say, she's always been skeptical. That's why she was trying to get that catchweight fight at 140, because I mean, it almost seems like she doesn't think she can get below that.
Yeah.
She's gonna have to give up a lot of muscle mass.
Yeah.
She is a very muscular woman.
Oh yeah.
And to get there, she's gonna have to give up power.
Yeah. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. I'm kind of curious to see it. She does have a high record. Who knows how much of that is because of steroids. But who knows? But I think it'd be an interesting fight to see her go off against Ronda. All right. So related to Cyborg, guess basically you can't talk about Cyborg without talking about Ronda. And recently she made an in-ring appearance at WrestleMania with The Rock. She was already there. I was watching it because my girlfriend loves WWE, and so we watched it. And she was there in the crowd with the Four Horsemen. They were there ringside, and
the four horsewomen.
Yeah, the Four Horsewomen. Yeah. And they were there ringside. And then it came to a point in the show where basically The Rock came out and got slapped by Stephanie McMahon. And so the crowd even right away was cheering, was like chanting Ronda because they knew all she was there because they probably showed her on the jumbo screen and stuff. So The Rock grabbed her, brought her into the ring and stuff. So some people were probably a little upset that it kind of crosses the line between something so real as MMA compared to something so scripted.
Well, and it does, because if you remember the backlash that was created when the UFC signed Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, and CM Punk.
Yeah. And now you have a UFC star going and doing something like that with the WWE. And I guess the way you can look at it is almost you can't sell yourself out and be taken less serious.
Yeah.
Even though, people know that the UFC is serious and the WWE is a scripted event. I mean, it's the same thing, only in reverse.
Yeah.
That went on with Brock and is going to go on with CM Punk.
Yeah.
It's and it might even be worse.
Yeah.
Because they were going from something pretend.
Yeah.
To the real deal.
Yeah.
And no, it doesn't mean Ronda's gonna go and become a WWE diva and start being on the E Network. But it almost, I mean, some people could look at it as selling out for the dollar.
Well, I think
because you don't know. I mean, was that a paid appearance?
I think so. Is what I think it is. Apparently, I was reading that The Rock and Ronda Rousey had the same agent, and they're both in the new Fast and the Furious movie. So I'm guessing it's most likely kind of like one of those things where they saw it as an opportunity to kind of build a little bit of hype behind it, get people talking about it, and then hopefully go see the new Fast and the Furious movie, which comes out Friday. So I mean, it comes out soon. It's this Friday that it comes out, and so it was probably most likely a publicity thing for that. But she did tweet out this, saying that in the tweet that the night historic, the moment electric, The Rock, Ronda, and WWE Universe magic were just getting started. So the we're just getting started thing kind of leaves a lot of people to think that maybe there's going to be other things she might do with the WWE. She is apparently a huge wrestling fan. I've seen a bunch of stuff with her.
Well, and they just opened up a storyline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently Stephanie McMahon always has to be feuding with somebody.
Yeah.
So, and she slammed the shit out of Triple H.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was kind of cool. She get to do a good little judo throw.
Yeah.
Kind of thing on her and stuff. So, I mean, we could see, I don't know if we'd see wrestling.
Now,
I don't know.
Why don't you ever see somebody bounce like that when she slams their ass in the octagon?
I don't know.
She slammed the shit out of it.
Yeah, she slammed the crap out of Kat Zagano, and then what was before that? The McMahon?
That's what I want to see. I want to see somebody get slammed like that and just bounce and do the whole the body shock thing. I want to see that happen. That would be knockout of the night right there.
Yeah. So I don't know. So we'll see what happens with that whole thing. All right, so we're gonna jump into a game.
Let's do this.
We got a game prepared for Jared to play. It's probably going to be really random as far as your answers. I don't think you really know, but it's basically...
I was about to say, do I get some kind of multiple choice?
Yeah, it's going to be multiple choice.
Right,
so the game is called Who Owns That Tattoo? And as the name sounds, it's basically I'm going to show you a tattoo, and you're going to try to guess what MMA fighter it belongs to, and these are actually MMA fighters who are fighting on this upcoming card for the fight night on Saturday for Chad Mendes versus what was his name again?
Ricardo Lamas.
Yeah, Ricardo Lamas.
Good.
I don't remember his name.
Good job.
He's probably not going to be in EA Sports if I can't remember his name.
I'm telling you, he's good. Last time I saw him fight, he was pretty good.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you a tattoo, and you're going to try to see if you can name what fighter from the fight night this fighter belongs to. Okay, so here's the first tattoo. Is this Gray Maynard, Dustin, I believe, isn't it pronounced Poirier?
Poirier, yeah.
Yeah, Dustin Poirier, or is this Clay Guida?
I'm going to say Dustin Poirier.
You would be correct.
Yes.
That is Dustin Poirier.
Because I know Clay Guida's got like sleeves and
he's
stuff.
got a lot of tattoos.
And I don't think Gray Maynard has
Yeah,
anything really.
I actually wanted to do Clay Guida, but it was hard to find good pictures.
Exactly. You just show an arm.
There was he's got that.
Whose arm?
There's a really sweet tattoo he's got on his back that was kind of cool. It was like the dude or something. Not the dude. It was
From The Big Lebowski?
No, it's not The Big Lebowski.
I was about to say
it's
that's a great movie.
Yeah, I forget. It's
a
movie
movie
kind of that reminds me of that. I forget what movie it is, but it's got these two characters from the movie that's kind of like that. But I couldn't find a good enough picture. So here's the next one. This is either Chad Mendes, Ally Quinta, or Gray Maynard. Some dice with 1 life and
That one's
dice.
Gray Maynard.
Say Gray Maynard. Man, you're on a roll.
There we go.
That is Gray Maynard.
There we
Who
go.
will also be on Fight Night coming up. All right, this is a little subtle. It's kind of just sticking up through the waistband. But this either belongs to Liz Carmouche, Juliana Pena, or Lauren Murphy.
I don't know who Lauren Murphy is. So I'm going to go Juliana Pena.
Ooh, Liz Carmouche.
Oh, dang it.
So that would be Liz Carmouche fighting also on Fight Night. All right, so this one.
That's pretty sad. I got 2 dudes in a row, and then I missed the woman.
Two for one now?
I'm two dudes up and 1 woman down.
Yeah, all right. So this tattoo either belongs to Robbie Peralta, Michael Chiesa, or Chad Mendes.
Robbie Peralta.
Ooh, no.
Oh, Chad Mendes.
So that belongs to Chad Mendes, who's
Okay.
in the main event for the upcoming fight card.
All right, well, I'm 2 for 2.
Yeah,
So,
not bad. So you got 2 right, 2 wrong.
who's the guy that's got the tattoo that looks, it's supposed to be, I know it's Johnny Cash, but it looks like Kim Jong-il.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. You said it looks all stretched out.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff
the
like
one
that.
you should have showed me. I would have got
That would have been.
I would have got that
I
guy.
can't remember who that is.
I
don't know.
It's the greatest tattoo in MMA right now.
Yeah, but that was pretty much pure luck because I know damn well you didn't know those tattoos probably.
I did know the Gray Maynard one.
Really?
I did.
But just before that, you said that you thought that Gray Maynard didn't have.
I said he didn't have that many.
Okay.
But when I saw that, I knew those ones. And which one did I get right the first time? Oh,
Dustin Poirier.
Dustin Poirier, yeah, because I knew the other 2. Because I knew Gray Maynard's and Clay Guida. So the first two were pure skill.
Yeah.
The last 2 I just took shots at.
I think the only one, if I looked at a tattoo, would be John Jones. That'd probably be the only one I'd be able to be like, that's John Jones.
The
Philippines.
Philippines, 413.
Yeah, that's probably the only one I'd be like, boom, John Jones. I know who that one is.
I swear, every time I look at it, I think it says Philippines. I know it says Philippians.
Yeah.
But I always think it says Philippines.
But I guess it could be a trick one because I think there's another fighter that has that tattoo just somewhere else. Like either on shoulder blade or somewhere else. I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say...
Well...
I want to say there's another fighter I've seen that has that
Skin
tattoo.
tone could determine that answer for you.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was a dark guy or light colored guy. I don't know.
You just
So I don't know. Yeah. So now we're going to try to do a little simulation of Chad Mendes and Ricardo Lamas. We're going to find out here in a second if Ricardo Lamas is even in UFC, and we'll see how this fight's going to supposedly play out according to this prediction.
According to the EA UFC stats.
Yeah. So let's see how this is going to play out.
Got him. Got him. He is done.
He's done.
Out.
Chad Mendes loses it.
Ricardo Lamas. Winner by knockout.
All right, so that was pretty good. I mean, it looks like from this, it's kind of saying
Here we go. Set him up for it.
That was good. Yeah, I mean, just bam.
Tried to go in for a desperation takedown.
Yeah, I kind of tried to recover.
Took right out.
So.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's kind of the way I see it going. I think Ricardo's going to win by knockout.
Yeah, it could.
I do think he's gonna finish the fight.
So, all right. So EA Sports, UFC, and Two Guys with a Show is predicting, according to the simulation, that Ricardo Lamas is going to finish Chad Mendes by knockout in the third round.
Round number 3.
So that's it. I guess this is going to end the show. Thanks for hanging out and watching this first MMA version of the show. And I guess we'll see you next time.
We'll be back with more MMA news on the next episode.
See ya.